Understanding government secrecy and data protection, what it means for you. Explore how government secrecy and data protection policies impact transparency and trust, plus a thrilling book recommendation. Government secrecy and data protection policies, what you really need to know. Hey, have you ever wondered why governments keep certain information under tight wraps? I mean, we all know there's something called classified info, but how much do we really understand about government secrecy and the rules that protect, or sometimes hide, that data? It's a topic that sounds straight out of a thriller, because honestly, it kind of is. There's a whole world of government confidentiality that isn't just about national security, but also about policies, political strategies, and sometimes, well, things you wouldn't expect. First off, when we talk about government information secrecy, we're essentially referring to how governments decide what information to keep from the public and what to share. This is not just about hiding stuff to keep citizens in the dark, although that can happen, but also about protecting sensitive national interests. Think military operations, diplomatic negotiations, or even national infrastructure plans. But then there's a fine line here because the same secrecy can bring up big government transparency issues. People want to understand what their government is doing, especially when it impacts daily life or civil rights. So data protection and secrecy policies are a balancing act. Governments create rules to keep classified information safe, but sometimes those rules can feel like they're being stretched to cover up wrongdoings or mistakes. Have you heard about the concept of government document secrecy? It basically means certain files or reports are stamped as secret or top secret and can't be accessed by just anyone, even other government employees without the right clearance. That prevents leaks, but it can also fuel conspiracy theories. Ever wonder why some folks are so skeptical about what their government tells them? This is part of the reason. Why does government secrecy exist? Protection from threats, maintaining international diplomacy, safeguarding ongoing investigations. What are the risks? Overclassification, misuse of secrecy to avoid accountability, erosion of public trust. How do data protection policies play into this? These policies set the frameworks for how classified info is stored, shared, and destroyed to avoid cyber threats or leaks. One fascinating angle to consider is how all this secrecy impacts not just how governments operate, but also how stories get told in popular culture. For example, if you're into psychological thrillers, you might want to check out Hush, a psychological thriller of alien manipulation and deep state deceit. It's a gripping narrative that plays with themes of government secret policies and shadowy data manipulation. It's a wild ride that shines a light, fictionally of course, on what might go on behind closed doors. If you like books that make you question what you think you know about authority and secrecy, this one's a solid pick. You can buy it now in ebook, print, or audio formats. It's a fun way to entertain yourself while also subtly getting a sense of how paranoia and truth mingle in stories involving government confidentiality. So, what's the takeaway? Government secrecy and data protection policies aren't just dull bureaucratic stuff. They're fundamental to how a country operates, but they need to be handled responsibly. When secrecy goes too far, it creates trust gaps, which can have huge consequences. And when it's handled well, it protects the nation's security without choking off necessary transparency. Next time you hear something about leaked documents or new secrecy laws, you'll have a clearer picture of the stakes and the challenges. And maybe, just maybe, you'll see why these themes continue to inspire some of the best conspiratorial stories out there, like Hush. Thanks for hanging out and chatting about this with me. Keep questioning, stay curious, and hey, maybe grab that thriller for your next read.